Hello and welcome to week 8 of MoneySense Mondays.
The lesson in the next half hour is for young people aged 5 to 8 years old. And we are going to look at how small costs can have big impacts upon our spending. Everything adds up after all.
Yep, you're right. Everything does add up after all. Hi everyone, my name is Siobhan and I'm Community Banker here at Ulster Bank. And today I'm joined by a special helper. Jack, would you like to tell everybody your name?
Yeah.
So we're joined by my special helper, Jack, today. So just a reminder for everybody who's watching live at home today, it would be great if you could
Leave a comment down below
with your name or the school that you attend, and we'll try to give as many shout outs as possible. So Jack, would you like to give a shout out today?
Yes.
Who are you going to give a shout out to?
My brother Harry and my daddy and all my friends in Mrs. McGuckin's class P4 in Mertine, and all my cousins who are watching me live today.
Well, you just did that. A big shout out to everybody. So there are lots of things that cost money in life. And the good news is that over half of the people in the UK make a note of what they spend their money on. So keeping track of spending on small items, however, is where everybody else could use some help. If a family went 1 month and bought a car, it's very likely that they will have saved up for this purchase, or they will have created a plan to pay for the item over time. Either way, they will have made a note of the cost of an expensive item like a car. So what about smaller things though? Does that same family make a note of every time they buy an ice cream or a bag of sweets or go on a trip to the cinema? So the cost of small items like these are what we'll be looking at in today's lesson.
That's great. Thank you, Siobhan, and well done, Jack. And Jack, you must have told everyone to be watching today, because who do we have here? Anne Doris has said hello to Jack. Anya has said hello to Jack. Your Auntie Anya's here. Matthew's saying hello to Jack. And we have Stephanie Roberts is also saying hello to Jack. So you have lots of people watching you today. We also have Alana who's joined us today, Abby's as well, and we have Ruby Aiken from Glasswater and Downpatrick, Primary 4 class. Hi to all my friends from Abbey, so that's great. And I'm also joined by a special guest today. We have Aoife here today.
Hi.
And anyone you want to say hello to?
Yeah, my grandmother, my dad at work, my school teacher, Mrs. Mondays, and my cousin Ashley.
That's great. Well, there we go. That's great. So thank you everyone for joining us. And remember, as Siobhan said, leave your name. You can even leave your school name. We'll say hello to anyone who pops up on the screen. So that's great. Okay, so my job today is help you work through some fun activities to give us all a greater understanding of money. And we're also joined by another family today. We have Claire with Olivia and Nicole back with us again from last week. Hi.
Hi.
How are we all this week?
Good.
That's good. Anyone you want to say hello to today?
Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Everybody in St. Diggers Primary School.
Very
our cousin
good.
Michael, all our family and friends, and our neighbour Alana.
Very good. Great. And we'll be with you very soon. Okay, once we get started on our activities. And we have Kathy Allen who's joined us, and she said say hi to Alex, Caleb and Leah from Derry, and Iona and Aria from Lisburn as well. Okay, so we might need some pens and paper, or else anything that all our activities today, you can add your comments into the live comments and we'll be able to read them out. So we all ready to get started, Jack? Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aoife, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So Siobhan, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. So what we want to do first of all is we want you to think of some fun things you like to do at the weekend. Okay, so what are some of the fun things that you like to do at the weekend? So you can see some of the things on your screen, like playing games, do arts and crafts, go to the shops, go to the cinema. And I know we can't wait to get the cinemas back open again, so we'll be able to go and see them very, very soon. So if you write in the comments section some of the fun things that you like doing over the weekend. I'm going to ask Aoife, what fun things do you like to do over the weekend?
Swimming, go to the cinema, go for ice cream, go for a walk, and go to Costa.
Oh, very good. That's lots of things you like doing over the weekend. And what about Claire, Olivia, and Nicole? What kind of fun things do you like doing at the weekend?
Well, what did you think?
I like to go to Fantastic and then Theatre Park.
Very good.
What about
I like to go out to restaurants and cafes, go shopping with my family, and go to the cinema.
anything else? Can you think of? What there was another one you said? Going to the park, was it?
Yeah, going to the park.
Yeah.
Going to the park, lots of great things. Yes, exactly. So lots of things that we like to do over the weekend. And I can see from some of the comments, people are saying lots of things as well. Having a family barbecue from Caitlin as well. Going to the park. Tony's on and he's saying hello, Aoife. There's Daddy on. He's watching you. So he is. So that's great. Okay. So yes, lots of things that we can be doing over the weekend. So we want you to look back at the list of things that you've made, that you suggested, the things you do at the weekend. And we want you to think about, does every item or every activity you do cost money? Okay, so do you have to pay money to do everything? So which item, activity from your list do you think is the cheapest thing to do? And why might be it important to keep track of all the spending, even all the small costs? Okay, so Aoife, does all the activities that you mentioned cost money?
They all add up and they cost money altogether.
Now, would going swimming, do you have to pay to go swimming?
Yeah.
What about the cinema?
Yeah.
What about going for a walk? No, so not everything costs money, sure it doesn't. So what item or activity from your list do you think is the cheapest? So what do you think will cost the cheapest to do? Aoife? Going for an ice cream, okay. And why might be important to keep track of all of the spending, even all the small things? Because what will happen? Yeah. So let's go to Claire, Olivia, and Nicole and see what they can tell us.
Well, what did you think was the most expensive thing that we talked about?
I thought the cinema, because when you add the price of going to the movie and all the sweets and popcorn you get up together, it actually will cost a lot more.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, so we always have to be really careful, don't we, of what we're spending and make sure we keep an eye on it. Yeah, very good. Now, so the key message is that keeping track of spending, no matter how small, will help you to manage our money a lot better. Okay, so and I can see other people are putting in things as well, like watching TV, cycling. Okay, so lots of things that we can do. So now let's hear from Siobhan and Jack to tell us more about spending.
Banks can help people keep track of their spending by sending them a regular statement by email or post, which lists all the money they have paid into their account, known as credits, all the money they have spent, known as debits, and how much is left, known as your balance.
And for those of you that use our mobile banking app, there's also a great feature known as spending, which will categorise all your debits in your account into different categories, such as bills, eating out and shopping. So it's a really useful tool to check out.
That's great, yes. And Karen has, Abby says, I want to spend all my money, so probably play some games as well. So that's great. Now we're going to move on to the next activity, and we have the Smith family. And the Smith family have 2 children and live in a house with their pet called Lucky. You can see it on the screen now. So take a look at the slide that shows some of the things that the Smith family spent money on during 1 week in the summer holidays last year. So we want you to look at the pictures and descriptions on the slide, try and sort the spending into 3 specific groups. So you can see the numbers on the board, on the screen, sorry. And what we want you to do is place the number and the letter that you think match up in the comments or write them down on paper. So you can see number 1 is things that you think cost less than £2, things that you think cost between £2 and £10, and things that you think cost more than £10. Okay, so we're going to go to Aoife first. So Aoife, we're going to do A to E. So the first one, a home cooked meal for the whole family. So what do you think that will cost, Aoife?
Between £2 and £10.
Between £2 and £10. And again, there could be no correct answer because you might have a small family or you might have a big family depending on the size of your family, okay? So B, a new pencil case for school. What do you think of that one, Aoife?
Between £2 and £10.
Between £2 and £10, depending on what type you want. What pencil cases do you really like? Unicorn ones, Smiggle. So it depends. Hopefully we'll try and get them on sale to make sure it costs between £2 and £10. What about a piece of fruit? So most of them would be less than £2, depending on if you were buying a banana or a single apple, or if you were buying a box of strawberries, it might be a wee bit more expensive. What about a whole family trip to the cinema? More than £10, yes, because it's an expensive day out by the time we get all the popcorn and the drinks and the sweets and everything else. And what about a week of food for a pet? So if you think of our wee dog Bailey and you think how much our Bailey needs to eat, what do you think it would cost?
More than £10.
More than £10, probably. That's right, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, so let's go over to your other family and see what they can tell us about the rest of them. So over to Claire and Olivia and Nicole.
So the next one then is the bus ticket, girls. What do you think a bus ticket would be?
I think it would be less than £2.
Less than £2.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And then the next one, you think you're probably right. I would agree with that. The next one, G, is a board game. How much do you think a board game would
I
be?
think that would be over £10.
Do you agree, Nicole? What do you think?
I would say it'd be probably 6 or 7.
What do you think? Maybe it depends on the game, does it? Yeah. And the next one then, H, is a swimming lesson. Do you have any idea how much a swimming lesson costs?
Oh, like £15.
About £15. I would say that's probably a good guess. So that would be number 3 then, wouldn't it? Over £10. Yeah. And the last one then is I, which is an ice lolly. How much do you think an ice lolly is?
Less than £2.
Less than £2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well done. Very good. They've done well, Siobhan, haven't they?
Well, Jack, did they get them all right?
Yeah.
Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
that's it, exactly. Because sometimes we don't know, things can change price or depending on where you're going or how much it is or what size you're getting. So it all can depend. So really there's no right answer for some of them. But yeah, well done. Now what we want you to think about all the small things that the Smith family did that week. So would you say it was an expensive week for the family? So let's find out. So take a look at the slide and add up all the things the family paid for that week. And what you can do is you can use a calculator if you wish. So, and write the final total in the comments or on the paper. So you can see there the dinner was £9.46, the pencil case was £6.60, the banana 75p, and so the cinema was £22. That was an expensive one, wasn't it? So add all of those totals up and see how much it costs for all those activities in the week. Okay, so let's go over to Claire, Olivia, and Nicole to find that out.
Okay. Yeah, we're frantically adding away here. What you girls I asked you girls to guess, didn't I?
Yeah.
And what did you guess? Without trying to do it in your head, before you saw how much everything was, what did you think all those things might cost altogether?
Yes, they'd probably cost around £50.
Yeah, what did you think, Nicole? Did you think more than that or less than that?
I would say more than that. That I guessed, I was guessing 57.
57. That's very exact. What I think, just the last two to add in here, and we have calculated it. We've calculated it using our calculator at £90.
Right. £90, yeah.
Done that at speed.
Yeah, that was great. Aoife, what do you think about? What would you estimate about that it would cost for all of those activities? About £80. Yeah, you're not far off, so you're not. So the total answer is £90, and there's Karen coming in with about £92 as well. So we're not that far off. So yeah. So are you surprised at the total final cost? Aoife, are you surprised that all of that cost £90? And why would you be surprised at that? Is that a lot of money?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a lot of money, isn't it? So even though you're buying some small things, it still all adds up, doesn't it? So Claire, what do your girls think? Are they surprised by that amount being £90?
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is.
Yeah. I would say it would only be like really quite less.
That's it, exactly. So Siobhan, I'll hand over to you.
Yes, well, it did surprise me. Did it surprise you, Jack? Yeah, it's amazing how quick all the little small items soon add up. So although things might not seem expensive, so it might not seem expensive for a nice lolly, but when we add up all the costs of all the little things together, they really can have a big impact.
That's right, yes. Okay, so moving on now we're going to look at some other examples of small costs that can have a big impact. So we're going to read the information about Rob and try and suggest in the comments what he could do to try to improve the situation. So Rob says, and it's on the screen, I have no idea what I spend each day. Eva, do you want to read it? You read it. Go.
What I spend every day. My family always gives me a bit of money for school, but I just put it in a bag. I just don't buy what I want.
Yeah.
I don't really think about it until I run out of money, and then I ask for some more.
That's right. So he just puts all the money in the bag and he buys what he wants and he doesn't really think about it until he runs out of money and then he has to go and ask for some more money. Do you think that's a good idea, Aoife? No, he's not being very sensible. Sure, he's not. So what could Rob do to improve his spending behaviour? So put your answer in the comments or write them down on paper. So what do you think he could do to spend a wee bit more wisely, okay? Right, so let's go over to Claire, Olivia and Nicole to see what they think.
What did you girls think then? What do you think Rob could do differently?
I thought he could spend what he needs.
Spend just on things that he needs rather than just whatever he wants. Isn't that what you were saying? Yeah. And you said something else, Olivia. What did you think?
He could keep track of what he's spending.
That's a good one. I like that one. To be able to keep track of what he's spending. Yeah. And there's Karen saying, check the prices and see if he has enough money for things as well. So, yeah, very good. Good girls. Okay, Siobhan, I'll hand over to you.
And Bronagh, isn't it great to see that everybody's coming back and giving all the answers of all the things that we've been learning over the last 8 weeks? So we've been learning. I hear people saying we could be budgeting and we can be looking for cheaper items. So it's really great to see everybody coming back on and taking all those learnings on board. So yes, he could try setting himself a budget and only to spend a certain amount each day. And maybe if he tried writing down what he did spend on a notepad or on a timetable, so that he could find out how much money he's spending and where he's spending his money at, so to try not to waste as much money.
Very good. Now, okay, so do you fancy an extra challenge? I'm sure you do. Read the information about Anna and let's try and work out how much could she save by changing her low-cost spending behaviour. Okay, so you can see there on the screen what Anna says. So I buy a snack every day. I only put 50p each day in my purse. So if I do not spend more than that, some days I don't really feel hungry, but I just buy something anyway and I give it to a friend. It's only 50p. Anna doesn't think that spending 50p a day makes a big difference. However, if she decided to not spend that money just one day a week, how much could she save in a year? So we want you to do the maths and write down your answers. So it says there, if Anna decided to not spend her 50p just one day a week, how much could she save in a year? Okay, so Aoife, so if she saves 50p, how many weeks are in a year?
52.
So 52 times 50p. Oh, that's a hard one, isn't it? So what's 52 times 5? So 5 2s are? Pick your one up. 5 5s are?
5.
Add your one.
20.
And then how much money is that? £26. And let's see if Claire, Olivia and Nicole, what they got.
Yeah, we also got £26. Olivia was able to work it out in her head, weren't you?
Yeah.
How did you work it out?
I done half of 1, 2 is 1, half of 50 is 25, add 1 and 25 together equals 26.
26. Well done. That was great. Good mental maths there. And there's Lisa coming in with 26 as well. Abby says, well, not quite £3.50, but we're nearly there, aren't we? So that's great, Siobhan. So yeah, we got it right, didn't we?
Yeah, well, Jack, did they get it right?
Yes.
Yes, well done. Or some people at home might have actually been working it out over the school weeks. So usually we have 38 weeks of school. So if we did some people might have done 50 pence multiplied by 38. So some people at home might have also got the answer as £19. So over long periods of time, small spends can add up to large sums of money. Therefore, it's always important to try to think about these questions every day or week or month. So, how often do you spend money?
How much do you spend? How much do you save?
Do you always need or want what you're going to buy, or could the money be used differently?
Yeah, very good. Okay, so we're going to move on to our little quiz now to see what you've learned today. We always love our little quiz sections. This one's an easy one today because it's only true or false statements. Okay, so again, what you can do, you can write down your answers or leave them in the comments section. So true or false to our questions. Okay, so question number 1 we have, keeping track of spending is important so people can manage their money. Question 2 says lots of small cost items can cause problems as they all add up and can result in spending lots of money. Question number 3, everyone should spend a small amount of money each day. Question 4, using a timetable or a notepad can help people be more organized with their spending. So again, all you have to do for those 4 questions is write true or false. So Aoife, what do you think for number 1? Keeping track of spending is important so people can manage their money? True or false? Yeah, that's right. Okay, because you have to be able to keep track of what you're spending, don't you? Okay, lots of small cost items can cause problems as they can all add up and make us spend a lot more. What do you think there?
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Everyone should spend a small amount of money each day.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Some days it's nice just to stay at home, not spend anything, and then it means we can save it up, can't we, for something nice? And number 4, using a timetable or a notepad can help people be more organized. What do you think of that? That's right. Like you make a budget and organize your spending a wee bit more. So let's check what Claire, Olivia, and Nicole thought.
I think we got the same answers for all of those, didn't we?
Yeah.
So number 1, keep track of spending is important so people can manage their money. Do you think that's true or false?
True.
Yeah. And lots of small cost items can cause problems as they all add up and can result in spending lots of money. What do you think? Yeah? True as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone should spend a small amount of money each day. Is that true or false?
That's false.
False. Why is that?
Because I think it might be because you might have lots and lots of food and
You maybe don't need to spend it if you've already got enough.
yeah.
Only spend it on what you need rather than what you want, isn't that right? And then the last one then, using a timetable or a notepad can help people be more organised with their spending. True or false?
That's
True. True.
Yeah, we're all superstars, aren't we, Siobhan and Jack?
All right, Jack, then they do great.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And everyone coming in and their answers are great as well. Look, Aoife, who got them all right?
My
Dad's on as well, and he got them all right as well. So that's great. Okay, moving on to our quick question round. Okay, so we're getting through you rightly here today. That's great. So this is sometime in the session to answer questions about money. Okay, with very little time left, so we're going to ask these questions very quickly. Siobhan, Aoife's going to ask the first question.
should I say?
If anybody for listening along every week will know that I'm always saying it's a really good idea to try to spend as much money or to save as much money as you can. But I suppose every now and again a wee treat doesn't do any harm.
Have you got one more?
What should I do with money I get as a present?
Well, I have the perfect person that could answer that question. So, Jack, why might you be getting some money this week as a present?
Because it's my birthday on Saturday.
So Jack is going to be 8 on Saturday. So what does Mummy always like you to do whenever you get money as a birthday present?
Save it up for something expensive or something I really want.
We save it up for something. And what happened last year? Didn't something break on you?
Yeah.
What broke on you?
My Kindle.
Your Kindle, and we had to buy a new Kindle. and you were really happy that you had saved your money up for it, because if you'd have wasted it all on treats, then you would have had to wait maybe till Santa came and brought a new one. So you were able to use all your savings up. So well done answering that one. Any top tips today? Yes, so we have some top tips today. So there's some things that people can do to help with low cost spending, such as be organised, give yourself a budget each day, write down the cost of something on a notepad or in a timetable every time you spend money, and add up the cost of everything that you do on a daily, weekly or monthly basis so that you don't overspend. So I can't believe that's the end of our final session. So to learn more about MoneySense, why not visit the mymoneysense.com website at the interactive activities and games. So just go to the
mymoneysense.com to explore.
And as this is our final session, we wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone for taking part, and we really hope that you enjoyed watching and learning all about money with us today and throughout the last 8 weeks. We've had a great time and loved hearing from all our participant families. So if you have missed any of the sessions, you can watch them all. So remember, this is the 8th session, and you can watch them on the Ulster Bank Northern Ireland Facebook page or
the YouTube channel.
Or the YouTube channel. Happy watching.
That's great, yes. And thank you to our family for joining us today. Thank you to Claire and the girls for coming on and participating last week as well. It was great to have you with us. So yes, thank you so much for everyone for taking part over the last few weeks. It certainly made it a lot easier having you all here taking part with us. And thanks again for having Aoife as well. Aoife, you want to say thank you?
Thank you.
Give away a bye there. So yes, in the next 30 minutes, we're going to be starting a business. We're going to be starting in about 2 minutes for children in Key Stage 2. So we will see you then. Bye, Jack, and happy birthday for Saturday, Jack. See you later. Bye.
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 Well done, darling. Right. Hello and welcome back to MoneySense Mondays. This session in the next half hour is for young people between the ages of 8 and 12, and we'll be looking at starting something new, starting a business. My name is Siobhan and I'm Community Banker here at Ulster Bank, and I'm really excited to have you back here for our final lesson. Just a wee reminder for those of you who are watching live at home, it would be great if you could leave us a comment with your name or the name of school that you attend, and we'll try to give as many shout outs as possible. So starting a business can be exciting. However, it can be risky if not thought about carefully. There are some things that entrepreneurs, so that's people who set up businesses, can do to limit these risks and make money, such as keep your ideas simple, monitor the costs, and be passionate about the project. So people might think in life there are perfect times to be starting something new. However, this is not always the case. It's important, however, to acknowledge that you need to be knowledgeable in the area you wish to profit, as well as having confidence to succeed. Most people already possess all the tools they need to run a small business, particularly now in a world where young people have so much technology at their fingerprints. So where do you begin when starting a business? And we are going to find out more about this in today's session.
That's great, Siobhan. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Bronagh, and I'm a primary school teacher, and it's great to have everyone with us today. I can see the Ligans are with us again after following the session, so it's great to have you here. I'm joined by Aoife today. My daughter Aoife is joining us for this session, so hello to Aoife.
Hi.
Anyone you want to say hello to? Very good. That's great. So Aoife is going to be joining us to take part in the activities today as well. And we're also joined by Nolan and Emer. Okay. Yes, that's great. Hello. How are you?
Good, thanks.
That's great. And how's Emer? All good?
Good.
Anyone you want to say hello to?
To all the girls and boys in my class and the teachers.
Very good.
There's Abbey Primary School.
Good girl. And we'll be with you very soon. So well, okay, to start the week activities, okay? So that's great. So during the session today, you're going to need some pens and papers. So make sure you have all of that ready and we will begin. So today we're going to start about starting a business. So all businesses have a direction or focus of what they want to achieve. These are sometimes known as a vision or a mission statement. Okay, so we want you to think about the vision or the mission statement for some of the businesses which we have on the screen now. So you can see IKEA. So their mission statement is create a better everyday life for the many people. TED is to spread ideas. And for some of you now, I didn't know what TED was. So I had to Google this. I use Google, which we'll talk about in a wee minute, to find out what TED. So TED is talks from expert speakers on education, business, science, technology, and all about being creative. So what they've done, what their mission statement is, spread ideas. And then we have Google, and the mission statement for Google is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. So Aoife, whenever we talk about Google, it says universally. What does universe mean? The universe is the earth. Yeah, it's the world. So it's making it accessible for the world, isn't it? Okay. So when do you use Google?
I can use Google to help me with my work and get any information I want.
Yes, and say we're going out for a drive in the car. When might we use Google for that?
We can use it in the car to look at maps when we are going somewhere or to play with my favorite music.
Yeah, to play your favorite music as well. Okay, so it's all about making the information accessible and useful to all. And all it is, how if we use Google so quickly, don't we? We can use it at our fingertips. That's great. So let's go over to Nolan and Emer and see what they can tell us about IKEA or TED.
For IKEA, it's for your house to be more comfortable for you and your family.
And for everyone.
Yeah.
And what about TED then, Emer? What about it?
You can use TED to spread ideas and to tell other people about it.
And share information
with other people.
Yeah, brilliant. Very good. Well done. Okay, so I think we got them all right there, Siobhan, didn't we?
Yes, yeah. Perfect. Well done.
That's it, because there's no real correct answer to each statement. It's all about how people think about it differently. Okay, so we're going to hear from Siobhan now, who's going to tell us more about what the bank does to help people start a business.
Okay, so banks can help people start a business, but sometimes providing them with funding to get started, obviously providing they meet the bank's lending criteria. They can also help them get their business bank account up and running alongside online banking to help them keep track of their finances. Ulster Bank also has a business boost programme and an entrepreneur accelerator programme to help support customers with various other things to support their business, such as scam awareness and growing your business and meeting new contacts. So all information on these programmes are available on the Ulster Bank Northern Ireland website. And aspirational targets have also been set to help 50,000 businesses across the UK by 2023. So there's a focus on young people to help start up their own business through the Prince's Trust Enterprise Programme, and this provides training, money and support to help make people's dreams become a reality. And there's also something called the Business Builder Programme, and that provides free help and guidance to people starting a business as well.
Very good. So that's great. So starting a new business requires funding, as any new venture is going to have some startup costs. So the slide provides examples of what some of these costs might be. So what we want you to do is try and match the picture to the description. So you have all the pictures on the left-hand side, 1 to 6, and then you have the descriptions on the right-hand side, which are the letters A to F. So you can see there, number 1 is a picture of people. So we want you to be able to match the description there of what would best match that picture, okay? So let's start. Aoife, so you can see picture number 1 is a picture of people. So what statement do you think would match that with all the people? So is it staff salaries, materials, well-being, facilities, training, or market research? What do you think?
People would be the staff in the business, so would be 1A.
Yeah, exactly. So the picture of all the people is all the staff salaries, and the money is going to pay the workers. Okay, look at number 2. So you've got a picture there maybe of a teacher, and you've got books, so maybe they're doing some learning. Okay, so what description do you think would match number 2? Big loud voice.
School setting would be the school or college they go to learn and train. So what that would be B.
Yes, exactly. So number 2 is training. So training, that's educating the staff so they are highly skilled and knowledgeable. And what about number 3? So in number 3, you can see there's materials, there's stuff coming out of boxes with rulers and paper and scissors. So what do you think that's going to be?
Making a model with materials. They have to think of the materials they need to make their own model or a product. So it would be B.
Yeah, exactly. So number 3, all the materials would be B, materials to make the product. So well done. You got them all right. Okay, so let's go to Nolan and Emer, who can tell us what the remaining ones are.
Okay, Emer, so on picture number 4, you see pictures of lots of buildings. So what one do you think then matches that?
The facilities.
Facilities for renting or buying workspace for businesses?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. What about number 5 then? You can see pictures there of charts and questionnaires. What one do you think relates to that then?
F, market research.
And collecting information about the product from different places.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally number 6, you can see there a picture of a heart and like a green cloud. So what one do you think that one is for?
It's number C, well-being.
And what does that mean then?
Activities and services to support health of workers.
Yes, very good. Yes, that's great, Emer. Thank you.
Yes, brilliant. Well done. Okay, so I want to hand over to you.
Yes, and that's great. Well done to the girls. That's fantastic. And the way a business can source finance to pay for their new company can be achieved through lots of things, through savings, government grants, or bank loans, credit cards, or even crowdfunding online.
That's great. Now, imagine you have your own business. So what would you want to spend the most money on? So look back at the options from the activity we have just done out of the 6 options. So you've got staff, materials, well-being, facilities, training, or market research. So out of those 6 options, what do you think would be the best money to be spent on, and give your reasons why? So if you want to write your answers in the comments for us, that would be great. So which one to spend the most money on? Staff salaries, that's money to pay the workers, or materials to make the product, or well-being, that's activities and services to support health of workers, facilities, that's renting or buying, the workspace for business, or training, educating staff, are doing your market research, which is collecting all the information. So Aoife, what do you think you would spend the most money on?
Most money would be best on staff work and training so they know how to do.
Do you think staff and training? Yeah, okay. And let's see what Nolan and Emer think.
Okay, Emer, what one do you think would be more important?
I think C, well-being, activities and services to support health of workers, so
Why do you think that?
that they could be supported during the different times that's happening, and that they'd have the gear for it.
You'd have skills and to
Yeah.
cope with things. Okay.
Yeah, very good. That's great. And again, there's no correct answer. It's just how you think or what you think might be the best options. You could actually say it could be any of those. Couldn't you, Siobhan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, and it's nice. The girls did really well at explaining
Yeah,
their
very-
reasons why.
That's great. So now one of the costs mentioned in the previous activity was market research. So market research, collecting information about the product from different places, okay? So research is at the heart of every business, and there is far more to this process than just going and selling or creating adverts. So market research is about finding out what the customer really, really wants, which can be done in two different ways. So one way it could be done is primary research, and primary research is when you actually go and carry out the research face-to-face with people. And then you have secondary research, and that's when you go and carry the information out on a computer. So you've got a list there of A to I of all different types of research, and what we want you to have a go at doing is sort out which ones could be primary and which ones could be secondary. And again, some of them could fit into both categories, but if we just try and fit which one is best. Okay, so Aoife, we look at primary research. So what did we say primary research was again?
So where you said out.
Yeah, so you say it and you're looking at a person, you're looking at them face to face, aren't you? Okay, so what about a questionnaire? Do you think that could be done face to face?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So when you're asking a questionnaire, you're speaking to people and getting their answers, aren't you? Observations. So what's an observation? If you observe something, what are you doing?
You're looking at someone.
Yes, so do you think that's primary research?
Yes.
Yes, it is, okay. A survey. So a survey, you might do a survey from school or from businesses, but it's mostly done on yeah, so that wouldn't be, sure it wouldn't. And any other ones there you think would be primary research where you're actually looking at someone's face?
Discussion groups.
Yeah, discussion groups where you're going and speaking to people and having a discussion about something. And any more? Yeah, we might go about and go and get people to actually go and test the product and see what they think about it. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to Nolan and Emer and see what they think.
For secondary research, number C, surveys, number D, books would also be in there, number E, articles, number G, newspapers, I, internet.
Okay, and it's secondary research and it's best carried out using
A computer.
a computer. Very good.
That's great, yeah. And as we said there, like surveys could be done with primary research by talking to people, or they could be done as secondary research as well. So that's great. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so great understanding there of primary research, face-to-face or secondary research as well. So you fancy an extra challenge? So starting a new business can also mean a new way of working. So you need to be really original, really creative. They are really good skills which are essential in a successful business. What we want you to do is we're going to give you a term. We want you to tell us, what do you think blue sky thinking means? So the term blue sky thinking. Okay, so if you're setting up a new business, you're going to be using that. Okay, so Aoife, what do you think blue sky thinking is? That's great. Yeah, so all about having an open mind and the sky is endless and you can come up with as many great ideas as you can. That's great. And what about Nolan and Emer? What do they think blue sky thinking means?
I think blue sky thinking means thinking with fresh eyes and an open mind, and also getting other ideas from other people.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, okay. So blue sky thinking, super, you explain that really well. Involves a group of people looking at an opportunity with fresh eyes, open mind, and coming up with as many ideas as possible. You might have also heard the term thinking outside the box as well, and that's quite similar to blue sky thinking. So I'll hand over to Siobhan.
Yes, well done again to the girls, and they've been really good at explaining. And hopefully some of you will feel inspired to start your own business whenever you're older, or perhaps even study business at university. And we really do hope that this lesson has given you some information for a successful future.
Lovely. So we're going to move on to our little quiz to see what we've learned today. So you can write your answers down, or you can leave them in the comments section. So what is an entrepreneur? So if you remember, I know Siobhan talked about this at the very beginning. What is an entrepreneur? Okay, Aoife. I think that's correct, isn't it, Siobhan? Did you listen to you?
Well done, Aoife. Great
Very
girl.
good. So question number 2. What is needed to start a business? So what is needed to start a business? And let's go to Nolan and Emer.
So what do you think is needed to start a business then, Emer?
A simple idea. You'd need what your products are going to cost. You'd also need a name for it, and what would your business sell?
And what do you need to have? Big ideas and belief in yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, very good. Great. That was perfect.
Really well explained. Good
Okay.
girl.
Brilliant. So what is market research? Okay. What is market research? So Aoife, do you remember what market research is?
Research to find out what people think of your product.
And do you remember, Aoife, what the 2 different types of research are?
Primary and
Secondary. Yeah, and secondary. Yeah, primary and secondary market research. So that's great. And can you tell me, Aoife, one type of primary research? Yeah, well done, or observations or questionnaires and things like that. So great. Okay, question number 4. What is blue sky thinking? What is blue sky thinking? And let's go to Nolan and Emer to see.
Okay.
Blue sky thinking is thinking with fresh eyes and an open mind, and also getting other ideas from other people and thinking of great ideas.
Super. Well done. Good girl. Great answers. Okay. Really, really well with that quiz. Brilliant. Well done, everyone. So we're now going to move on to our quick question round. So this is some time for us to answer some questions about money, and we're thinking all about businesses and open businesses today. So we'll link them to that. So Aoife, you got the first question for Siobhan.
So what
How do you help businesses?
Okay, so banks help businesses with managing their day-to-day banking needs as well as borrowing requirements, and quite often they can also help them with non-financial support, just like Ulster Bank's Business Boost and Entrepreneurial Development Programme. We can help people by supporting them by giving them knowledge to keep their business safe and to be able to let it grow, and on a number of other topics that can non-financial support for your business also.
Very good. Another one, Aoife?
Well, if it can be risky to run a business because you're relying on people to want to buy the product or service that you're going to be offering. So that's why it is really important that you do lots of research and you get good financial advice before you start a business, because you want to make sure that the product or the service that you're selling is something that people are going to want to buy. So that's a great question.
Karen?
Any fun facts?
Yes, I think we might have one. So the fun fact is, at the start of 2019, in the UK, there was 5.8 million small businesses. So isn't that amazing?
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay, so again, the lesson has just went through so quick. If you want to learn more about MoneySense, then take a look at the mymoneysense.com website, and there are lots of fun games and even articles for parents too. So as this is our final session at the moment, I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone for joining us. We really hope that you enjoyed learning about money with us today and throughout the past couple of months. We really enjoyed every lesson and are so grateful for all your comments. If you've watched us for multiple weeks now And I know that there has been people watching for all 8 weeks. It would be really great if you could leave us a comment letting us know which one was your favourite. And again, if you'd like to watch any of the previous sessions, so remember there's 8 in total, you can watch them on the Ulster Bank Northern Ireland Facebook page or YouTube channel. Happy watching.
Great. Brilliant. Yes, thanks to everyone for taking part over the last 8 weeks and for all the participant families who've taken part. And thank you to Nolan and Emer for taking part in today's lesson, and to Aoife as well. So that was great. We hope you've enjoyed yourself as much as we have and learned lots of new things along the way. And Siobhan, I'd like to thank you as well. So hard to believe 8 weeks ago. I've never met Siobhan face to face before, so I haven't, but we've got on so well and worked so well together on these bank sessions. So we'll have to arrange a catch up very soon, won't we? So
I know, and I'm looking forward to whenever everything goes back to normal, that I will be able to visit Legamari and see all your pupils.
Absolutely, that's great. So yes, thank you everyone for taking part and for all the great questions and answers. Keep learning and keep safe, and hopefully everyone will enjoy their summer holidays. So bye for now. Thank you.
Bye.